Hey crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and this is my new art journal. I've shown this in a video in the past, and I'm going to do a page in this today. So all I've done is gone through this big bucket of old scraps and stuff that I have, and I pulled out a bunch of papers that might match, might not necessarily match, I'm not sure. But I have one really cool idea that I want to do because this lady who did this video did not exactly do this, but it looked like this. It looked like an embossed piece of paper that was all like worn off. So I'm just gonna take this old piece of sandpaper that I have here, and I'm just gonna sand it and see what we get out of it. And I'm hoping that I get a little bit better of a, more of a clear view here. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. I'm researching for a new camera, so if you know of one, let me know. See, if it's up really close, it's great, but when it's down here, not so great. And I'm going to blow it off in the garbage can. And probably use my brush too, because this will really work. Okay. And that's what it ended up looking like. Some of the bumps are still there. Some of them are really worn off. It looks kind of cool. So I want to add some of that. And maybe I'll put a little bit of gesso on there. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that I want to gesso the top of this page. So let's see how that goes. Oh, my gesso is getting like super thick. I have not used it in forever. Look at it. It's really, really thick. So let's just smear some of this on here. I'm not going to fast forward this video or do a process. I'm just going to do the whole thing while I yak at you. It's going to be a yak attack. And I hope that it's not going to take me like a half hour to do this. I just kind of wanted it to be a quick, fun one, just to play around with stuff that you already have, which is basically a lot of paper scraps that I have laying around. So there's not going to be a full coverage of this gesso. There's going to be like holes and stuff in between, which is fine because I'm going to put some color on here too, I think. So because I'm doing this, it should dry really, really quite quickly. If not, I'll use my heat gun. I'm really bummed that this isn't as clear as I think it should be for you guys. Let me know if this is an issue for you or if it's a complete non-issue and it's just my issue. But to see how it just keeps coming in and out, I don't know why it does that. It shouldn't. Okay. I'm just gonna smack that with the heating gun quick. It's thick paper, kind of like cardstock, but not super thick. Okay. I do want some of this on there, so let's find some of this other stuff. This funky paper that I made for some other kind of a card that I did. I want a little bit of that on there. I really, really love this paper. See how I said like some of it's not going to match, some of it will match. I think a lot of it's just not going to match, and I'm okay with that. Because we're just farting around today. I'm just tearing it this way because I want some of that white to show. Yeah, so maybe something like that. I have no image prepared for this, so this might be a work in progress, so we'll have to see how that goes. I'm not sure. Well, let's put some color on the background. How about some purple? Purple will go, I think. So I'm going to grab some sprays in my box here. We're going to spray a little bit of purple on the background. This stuff is so dark. It's like midnight purple. And then I'm going to take my toilet paper that I have laying around and I'm just going to scrape it. I use this toilet paper for like drying stuff and whatever, you know, when you're getting low and you have, you know, just a little bit of toilet paper left. It's a cool use for it. And maybe one other color. Maybe, do I have a yellow? Probably not. I don't want to do fuchsia because I kind of want to keep some of this matching. So how about some paint? How about some gold? Sunset Gold Lemire paint from my friend Rosa. I'm just going to do a few drops around here. And then I think I have a sponge laying around. I'm going to sponge that a little bit. So I've got this. Let me take it out of here so you can see it better, because that's really casting a shadow, isn't it? There. And I'm just going to take this sponge and sponge some of that gold around. I use this for everything. You notice how it's got a lot of black on it? After it dries, you can just keep using it. And I just keep cutting the sponge and reusing it over and over for many different colors. I don't get too bent out of shape about that. And you know what? I think that I'm going to do some of that gesso on there, like I said. I've got it really, really wet right now. Oh, it's probably going to drip all over the place. But since my gesso's really dried out and I have this in the water, I'm just going to go ahead and use this really wet and just put it in here and mix it up, because that will reconstitute it a little bit and it'll be just fine. So I'm going to scrape off most of it because I don't want a lot of white. I don't want to cover up this whole red. I just want a little bit on the top of it. So let's scrape this and see what we get. I'm using a really light touch here. That's kind of cool. I don't... Let me squeeze this out a bit. Okay. Let me take off some of that toilet paper. See if I can't get rid of a little bit of that white. Oh, that dried really fast. Oh, and look, and I got some of the purple on there too. Because it's on the gesso though, do you see how it kind of came off? It didn't stay real dark. That's one nice thing about that. So let's put that on there. Okay, I want to put this on here. I want to add a little bit of this crazy paper I made a while back. Not sure why. And then I've got this where I've punched these flowers out. I thought that would look kind of cool. We can get something behind there that would make those stand out. That would be cool. I've got black too, and I really wanted to use this punch because I've never used it on anything. So I'm going to use this one. I forget what you call that. I think it's called a fleur-de-lis, but yeah, I'm not sure. So let's put a bunch of these on here. Black always stands out really nicely. I think I can get 6 out of here. Okay. And then I'm thinking those can go in like like sort of a half circle kind of a thing. And then maybe I'll have to come up this way because this is way too busy. It's not going to show up on there. I could put one on the yellow. I'm not sure. I'm thinking something like that maybe. So let's just start by putting some of this Mod Podge on. When I can't get my Mod Podge open, I do this. I just bang the edges and then give it another pull and it usually comes open. So let's see, what brush do I want to use for that? Because Mod Podge really mucks up your brushes. So I don't want one that I'm going to use a whole lot. I think I'm going to use this one. And by the way, it's Mod Podge. There's no J in the first part. It's not Mod Podge. Of course, the sticker's over the top of this, but look. Mod Podge. Oh, it's moving my purple around. That's gonna give it a really cool look, won't it? This is why I don't do journals a lot, because I don't know how everything reacts. Excuse me. But that's why we're just farting around today, seeing if we can get this to go down. So somehow I have to get a lot of Mod Podge on here. I could have picked a bigger brush, but I don't have a lot of brushes. Maybe I should look into doing that, getting some more. So I'm gonna put that about right there. And this is gloss. So everything I put down with this is going to be glossy, not matte. Another thing that I learned, I don't know if it'll work on here because this is really bumpy and stuff, but once you put all your Mod Podge, your matte medium, your glue, whatever you're using to put this down, to minimize the bubbles, I was told to take any kind of a, I save these fake gift cards and fake things from the companies that send them, that want you to sign up for their, like, their credit cards and stuff, and then just scrape it across. Oh look, I got some of the purple from there. Yeah, it's definitely have to give it a good push because there's bubbles under there. I don't know if you could tell that, but I squeezed out a whole bubble and a whole bunch of stuff from there. And then I'm just gonna take what's left of that stuff that's stuck right on there, and I'm just gonna kind of just let it come off onto there. And then I use baby wipes to clean almost everything. I just keep a pack of baby wipes. Target sells them really cheap if you buy them in bulk in a big box of them. That's how I do mine, in case you're wondering. This is going to take some time to dry. I want to put that wet wipe somewhere it's not going to mess something up. Okay. And then we'll finish the fleur-de-lis. If I'm wrong on that, correct me. I hate saying things wrong. And I think there's one more, yeah. Now, I did not scrape those, so those might get bubbled, but I'm just going to leave it if it's bubbled. And some of this. I don't know, I'm not really liking that right now. Let's try this. I think that'll look cool there. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to match everything, but I really don't like the way that one looks at all. So I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to switch to this. I'm looking inside here to make sure that I'm taking out all the purple mess that I put inside my Mod Podge thing now. If there's not a lot of it, it probably won't make any difference. Just a slight smidge of purple in there. And then let's do that card again. Let's just make sure that that's really adhered. Because if I am going to keep using this, I want to make sure that it stays down. Meaning keep using this journal book. I might have to glue 2 pages together too. I've seen that done. Not sure. We shall see. I've got another fleur-de-lis here. I think that'll work. Let's put that one down too. That was a lot. What else can I put down? I was gonna add this. Maybe I should. I kind of like it. There's so much other fun stuff that you can add and be doing. All I'm doing is just slapping some stuff down, so definitely not the prettiest page, I have to say that, but I think I'm going to add some glitter and some sayings and stuff later on, so maybe there'll have to be a part 2. These are some more little scraps that I have that I just punched some stuff out of, and I'm just going to try to recycle it and reuse it on here. What a mess. What a mess I'm making. Oh my gosh. Here we go. This is really fun. It's really fun to do. You know what? While that's wet right there, because that's kind of like highlighting that one, I'm gonna throw some glitter on there. I got some glitter. Oh no, of course I don't. It's not right above me anymore, but I know where it is. I'm gonna put a little bit of this one on. So this is what is it? Tinsel Glitter Frost it's called, but it looks teal. Doesn't it look teal? I think. And then how about, oh, this one's not open. There we go. This one is called just plain gold. That's pretty. Put a little over here. Okay, what I'm doing now is, because I know there's not a lot of wet glue there, as I'm just taking that glitter and moving it around and trying to find where there's still some wet glue to make sure that it's going to stay down. Because I know some of you guys hate glitter because it comes off of stuff, and I don't want this glitter all coming off of stuff. So there we go. And some of it stuck to my finger. But I'm just going to take the baby wipe and wipe that right off. This is a very funky page. Okay. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to call this good because I'm at about 20 minutes. And if I think of it, I'll come back to it. If you want to see the end of it, if you want to see what else I add to it, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next video.